We all know the dream. You launch a sleek tech startup, disrupt an entire industry, and become the toast of every dinner party. But the reality of how millions of everyday people actually build wealth looks a lot more like grinding gears than glowing apps. Think about the person spending 5 years waiting for the flawless, Instagram-worthy business idea. They want an online empire or a polished personal brand. Because nothing seems quite perfect enough, they do absolutely nothing. While they wait, they bleed cash. $200 a month on software subscriptions they never open. $400 eating out. Over 5 years, that is $36,000 spent on the illusion of progress. That exact same $36,000 is enough to buy an automated car wash, 10 vending machines, or launch 3 service businesses from scratch. People are out there quietly generating 6-figure incomes, doing work that nobody brags about. Financial independence rarely comes from a masterstroke of disruptive innovation. It comes from solving simple, recurring problems that never go away. Clothes get dirty, pests come back, trash piles up. This brings us to the boring business paradox. The industries that get the least attention and carry zero dinner party prestige actually command the highest, most consistent market demand. Look at the data. The 5-year survival rate for the average small business in the United States sits near 50%. But look at a notoriously boring business like a laundromat. 94.8% of laundromats are still operating after 5 years. You drastically reduce your risk of failure when you choose a model that relies on inevitable human needs rather than convincing people to buy a new product. But throwing a list of 20 random, unglamorous businesses at you is overwhelming. Without a filter, an ATM route looks the same as a landscaping company, even though they require completely different skills. To make this actionable, we have to filter these opportunities. We are going to sort these businesses into 3 strict operational archetypes based entirely on the resources you actually have right now. The barrier to entry in these high-success industries isn't capital. It isn't a lack of education. It is your willingness to abandon your ego and do the work that other people consider beneath them. Our first category is the sweat equity hustle. This includes services like pressure washing driveways, mobile auto detailing, and yes, even weekly pet waste removal for busy dog owners. These models have an incredibly low financial barrier. You can equip yourself with a pressure washer, a truck, and marketing materials for under $5,000. Without sinking tens of thousands into real estate or complex machinery, your financial risk is practically zero. You can land a client on Friday, do the work on Saturday, and have cash in your pocket by Sunday. There are no venture capitalists to please, and no complex marketing funnels to build. Your work speaks for itself. But you pay for that low entry cost with your body. You are going to be knocking on doors, dealing face-to-face with customers, and performing intense, repetitive physical labor out in the elements. Because you are the sole operator, your income is entirely linear. If you get sick, the money stops. Your earning ceiling is strictly capped by your physical stamina and the amount of daylight available. Sweat equity models give you immediate financial traction and prove you can run a business. But unless you plan to pivot your operations, they are a terrible vehicle for long-term passive wealth. That brings us to category 2, the route builders. We are looking at commercial landscaping, residential pest control, and B2B office cleaning. Instead of hunting for one-off jobs every weekend, your goal here is securing automated monthly contracts. To make this work, you have to transition. You stop being the person pushing the mower, and you become the person managing the crews who push the mowers. Once you lock in 30 or 40 commercial accounts, you have highly predictable, recurring revenue. In the pest control industry, up to 85% of residential income comes from these recurring contracts. That predictability massively inflates the actual valuation of your company. The hardest part of this model is the mental leap. Many operators stay stuck charging like employees. You have to step back, systemize the daily tasks, and learn to delegate. You trade physical exhaustion for managerial headaches. You will spend your days recruiting, dealing with low-wage employee turnover, and managing constant logistical fires. You can build a $500,000 asset in this category, but only if you are willing to systemize the mundane details and manage human beings. For our final category, we drop the heavy management requirements entirely. These are the asset-heavy models. You use massive upfront capital to buy machines that decouple your time from your income. Think independent laundromats, automated car washes, and commercial ice vending machines running 24 hours a day. Expect to spend $3,000 for an ATM or $35,000 for an ice machine. You must aggressively negotiate for premium real estate. Secure a great location, and margins are excellent. One ice machine can generate $40,000 annually with 0 employees. But let's clarify a massive internet myth. These machines are not purely passive cash cows that print money while you sleep on a beach. You are trading your daily physical labor for high-stakes financial risk. When a machine breaks down on a holiday weekend, or someone vandalizes your card reader, you are the one who handles the emergency repair. Asset-heavy models are essentially capital allocation plays. They are the ideal choice for someone who is time-poor but cash-rich, looking for a place to park their money for a strong, predictable return. Deciding which boring business is right for you doesn't depend on passion. It depends on exactly what resources you currently have in abundance. If you have less than $5,000 and 0 desire to manage employees, you start here. You use your own time and physical effort to generate your initial capital. If you have moderate capital and the patience to deal with human resources, you build a route-based service. You transition from technician to manager as fast as possible. And if you have significant cash reserves but no time or desire to handle a workforce, you deploy your capital into hard assets, like machines and equipment. The time-rich pragmatist needs to grab a pressure washer or a pet waste scooper today. The capital-rich investor needs to start negotiating for ATM or vending locations tomorrow. And the ambitious system builder should start bidding on commercial cleaning or landscaping contracts, ready to hire out the manual labor. By using this map, you will eliminate choice paralysis. You don't have a list of 20 confusing options anymore. You have one clear directive based on your exact life stage. There is one specific type of person who should completely avoid this landscape: anyone who needs their career to sound impressive at a dinner party. The market does not care about your personal brand. The market does not care if your logo was designed by an agency. It only cares that you showed up on time and fixed a problem. Financial security requires you to drop your ego. You have to separate your self-worth from the perceived prestige of your daily tasks. Understand this rule. You are compensated strictly in proportion to the level of inconvenience you are willing to resolve for other people. Spending 5 years searching for the flawless, glamorous business idea will cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost opportunity. Flaw action today is infinitely more profitable than perfect inaction. True financial freedom doesn't belong to the person with the most followers. It belongs to the person willing to bend down, get their hands dirty, and execute the boring work that everyone else is too proud to do.